Welcome to Be Stoic. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by life's challenges, as though the world keeps throwing obstacles your way, then you've come to the right place. Imagine living a life where you are unshakable, where no matter what happens, you can remain calm, confident, and in control. Today, we are diving into 10 timeless Stoic principles that can make you truly invincible. The ancient philosophy of Stoicism, practiced by great minds like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, teaches us how to build an inner fortress. These principles are not just theories, but practical tools you can use to transform your mindset and fortify yourself against the trials of life. In this video, we'll explore each principle in depth, providing real-life examples, actionable advice, and insights on how to apply them. By the end, you'll be equipped to face any challenge with resilience and strength. So, stick with me until the end, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more life-changing content. Let's begin our journey to becoming invincible. Principle 1. Control what you can, accept what you cannot. The cornerstone of Stoicism is recognizing the difference between what you can control and what you cannot. This principle, which Marcus Aurelius often reflected upon in his meditations, is one of the most powerful and practical aspects of Stoic philosophy. Marcus wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Imagine yourself as the captain of a ship caught in a storm. You cannot control the wind, the waves, or the storm itself. However, you can adjust your sails, steer your course, and decide how to react to the turbulence around you. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom, understanding that while we cannot change the external forces of life, we have complete control over our actions, reactions, and mindset. Many people waste an enormous amount of energy worrying about things they simply cannot influence, such as the opinions of others, past mistakes, or the behavior of those around them. By letting go of this futile effort, you reclaim your peace of mind. Instead of stressing over events beyond your control, focus on what you can influence, your thoughts, behaviors, and decisions. A powerful exercise to internalize this principle is to reflect on what truly lies within your control. Imagine starting each morning with a moment of clarity, writing down everything that's on your mind, and then separating those concerns into two categories: what you can control and what you cannot. This simple act shifts your focus toward actionable steps, helping you let go of unnecessary worries. When you face a stressful situation, like a project delay at work due to unforeseen circumstances, remind yourself to pause and assess, is this something within my control? If it's not, instead of wasting energy on frustration, channel that energy into preparing for what you can influence, such as optimizing your time, refining your skills, or seeking creative solutions. This mental shift not only reduces stress, but also empowers you to face challenges with a calm and focused mind. In moments of frustration, such as being stuck in traffic, the Stoic approach would be to accept the situation and make the best of it. Use the time to listen to an inspiring podcast, reflect on your day, or simply practice deep breathing to calm your mind. By focusing on what you can control, your thoughts and reactions, you transform a stressful moment into an opportunity for growth. Principle 2. Memento Mori. Remember, you will die. One of the most profound teachings of the Stoics is encapsulated in the phrase Memento Mori, which means, remember, you will die. At first glance, this may seem morbid, but it's actually a powerful motivator to live with intention and urgency. The Stoics believed that by embracing the reality of our mortality, we can strip away the trivial and focus on what truly matters. Seneca urged, "Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing." Think about how often we procrastinate or allow ourselves to be consumed by petty concerns. When you remind yourself that time is finite, it sharpens your focus on the things that truly matter, your relationships, your personal growth, and making a positive impact. By embracing the inevitability of death, You free yourself from the fear of it and, paradoxically, gain a deeper appreciation for life. One way to bring this principle into your daily life is to use a physical reminder, like a small coin or bracelet inscribed with the phrase Memento Mori. Each time you see or touch it, take a moment to reflect on whether you are truly living in alignment with your values. It's a powerful prompt to stop wasting time on meaningless distractions and start living with purpose. Imagine starting your day by asking yourself, if today were my last day, how would I spend it? This simple question can act as a filter for your actions, helping you prioritize what truly matters over what is simply urgent. Rather than getting caught up in endless tasks, focus on meaningful activities, like spending quality time with loved ones, engaging in a hobby you're passionate about, or making progress on a project that aligns with your life's purpose. At the end of each day, take a moment to reflect on the experiences you had. Even if the day was filled with challenges, practice gratitude by acknowledging the moments you were able to experience. By focusing on the positives, you remind yourself of the preciousness of life, even in its mundane details. This practice deepens your appreciation for each day, no matter how ordinary it may seem. Principle 3. Amor Fati. Love your fate. Amor Fati, or love your fate, is one of the most empowering Stoic principles. It goes beyond simply accepting the circumstances of your life. It's about fully embracing everything that happens as if you had chosen it. Epictetus taught that events are neutral by nature. It is our interpretation that gives them meaning. By choosing to love whatever life throws your way, you cultivate a mindset that is resilient and unshakable. Imagine receiving bad news, like a job loss or a relationship ending. The initial reaction may be frustration, sadness, or even despair. But what if you could shift your perspective? Instead of seeing these events as setbacks, view them as opportunities for growth, self-discovery, and new beginnings. When you adopt the mindset of Amor Fati, every experience, whether pleasant or painful, becomes a stepping stone to becoming a better version of yourself. When facing challenges, rather than asking, "Why is this happening to me?" shift the question to, "What can I learn from this?" By reframing obstacles as lessons, you transform adversity into a powerful tool for personal growth. For instance, if you find yourself facing a financial setback, see it as an opportunity to develop resilience, learn better financial habits, or pursue a new career path that aligns more with your passions. One way to internalize Amor Fati is through journaling. At the end of each day, write down one challenging event you experienced and reflect on how it might serve you in the long run. This simple practice helps train your mind to find the silver lining in every situation, cultivating a deeper sense of gratitude and resilience. It may sound counterintuitive, but practicing gratitude for the difficulties you face can be incredibly empowering. Instead of resenting the challenges in your life, appreciate them for the strength they help you build. For example, imagine someone who has endured a tough breakup. Instead of dwelling on the pain, they can choose to be grateful for the lessons learned about themselves and what they truly want in a partner. This mindset transforms hardship into a source of strength. A powerful real-life example of Amor Fati is Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist who survived the horrors of Nazi concentration camps. Rather than succumbing to despair, Frankl chose to find meaning in his suffering, using it to develop his philosophy of logotherapy. By embracing his fate, even in the darkest of times, he became invincible in spirit and went on to inspire millions with his teachings on finding purpose in life. Principle 4. The power of self-discipline. Self-discipline is at the heart of Stoic philosophy. The ancient Stoics understood that true freedom does not come from indulging in every desire, but from mastering oneself. Marcus Aurelius emphasized that it is not external things that trouble you, but your judgment of them, and this you can erase immediately. This speaks directly to the power of self-discipline, the ability to control your impulses and reactions no matter what the external world throws at you. In today's fast-paced, distraction-filled world, mastering self-discipline can feel like a superpower. We are constantly surrounded by temptations, from social media notifications to endless entertainment options. Yet the Stoics teach that the path to true contentment and inner peace lies in learning to say no to what distracts us and yes to what truly matters. Imagine a life where you are no longer a slave to fleeting desires, but instead guided by a deeper sense of purpose and clarity. One way to cultivate self-discipline is by creating routines that align with your goals. For instance, starting your day with intention can have a transformative impact. By waking up at a set time, engaging in physical exercise, meditating or journaling, you set the tone for the rest of the day. These practices anchor you in a mindset of focus and determination, helping you to resist distractions more easily. Another practical way to build self-discipline is by setting boundaries for yourself. For example, if you find yourself constantly drawn to checking your phone or browsing the internet, establish specific times during the day when you allow yourself to indulge in these activities. By controlling your environment and limiting your access to distractions, you free up mental energy to focus on what truly matters. Self-discipline is also about recognizing the difference between short-term pleasure and long-term fulfillment. Imagine someone training for a marathon. The journey requires months of disciplined preparation, overcoming fatigue, and resisting the urge to skip training on a cold morning. However, the sense of achievement, growth, and inner strength that comes from crossing that finish line is far greater than any momentary comfort. This is the essence of Stoic self-mastery, choosing what is difficult but meaningful over what is easy but shallow. Principle 5. The wisdom of silence. In a world where everyone seems to be talking, tweeting, and sharing their opinions constantly, the Stoic principle of silence stands out as a timeless lesson. The Stoics believed that wisdom is often found in what is left unsaid. Epictetus advised, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This principle isn't just about refraining from talking, it's about cultivating the ability to listen deeply, to observe without judgment, and to speak only when your words are necessary and meaningful. Imagine a situation where someone insults or criticizes you. The immediate reaction for most people is to defend themselves or retaliate. However, the Stoic approach would be to pause, listen, and reflect before responding. By choosing silence in such moments, you not only prevent yourself from reacting impulsively, but also demonstrate strength and control. This ability to remain composed, even under provocation, is what makes a person truly invincible. To practice this principle, consider the power of silence in your daily interactions. The next time you find yourself in a heated discussion, try to listen more than you speak. By focusing on truly understanding the other person's perspective, rather than preparing your rebuttal, you'll find that conflicts often resolve themselves. The wisdom of silence lies in recognizing that not every situation requires your input, and that sometimes saying nothing is the most powerful response. Another way to embrace the wisdom of silence is through moments of solitude. In our hyper-connected world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the constant influx of information and noise. Set aside time each day to disconnect from social media, turn off notifications, and simply be with your thoughts. Whether through meditation, a walk in nature, or quiet reflection, these moments of silence allow you to reconnect with your inner self, helping you develop clarity and insight. By cultivating the habit of speaking less and listening more, you not only gain the respect of those around you, but also develop a deeper understanding of yourself. This inner stillness is the foundation of a resilient and invincible mind. Principle 6. The Art of Detachment. The Stoic practice of detachment is about freeing yourself from the grip of external circumstances and material possessions. Epictetus taught that we should treat life like a banquet. Take what's offered to you, but be ready to let go when it is taken away. This doesn't mean being cold or indifferent, but rather developing a mindset that does not depend on external factors for happiness. Think of a tree during a storm. Its branches may bend and sway, but its roots remain firmly planted in the ground. In the same way, by practicing detachment, you can remain grounded and steady even when the storms of life hit. When you are not overly attached to your possessions, relationships, or status, you become unshakable because your sense of self-worth is not tied to things beyond your control. One way to practice detachment is to remind yourself regularly that everything you have is temporary. Your possessions, your job, even your relationships. This doesn't mean you don't value them. It simply means you recognize that their existence is not guaranteed. The next time you find yourself feeling anxious about losing something or someone, take a step back and ask yourself, will this matter a year from now? 5 years from now? This reflection helps put things into perspective and reduces unnecessary worry. Another exercise to build detachment is to intentionally practice minimalism. Start by decluttering your living space. Let go of items you no longer need and focus on keeping only what adds real value to your life. This process is not just about physical possessions, but also about letting go of emotional baggage. Detachment allows you to live a life of simplicity and contentment, free from the burden of constantly chasing after more. Imagine losing a job or facing a financial setback. While it's natural to feel stressed, the Stoic approach would be to detach from the outcome and focus on what you can control, your skills, your mindset, and your ability to adapt. By viewing setbacks as opportunities for growth, you cultivate a resilience that makes you invincible. You are no longer defined by what you have, but by who you are. The art of detachment also applies to relationships. While it's important to cherish and nurture your connections, it's equally vital to remember that people's actions and feelings are beyond your control. By detaching from the need for approval or constant validation, you free yourself from the emotional roller coaster that often comes with expectations. This doesn't mean you stop caring. Rather, you learn to love more freely, without fear of loss or rejection. Principle 7. Embrace discomfort. The Stoics believed that discomfort is an essential part of personal growth. Unlike the modern pursuit of constant comfort and ease, the Stoics taught that embracing discomfort, even seeking it out, builds mental and physical resilience. This principle is rooted in the idea that facing challenges voluntarily strengthens your character, making you better prepared for life's inevitable hardships. As Epictetus said, difficulties show a person's character. Therefore, when a difficulty falls upon you, remember that God, like a trainer of wrestlers, has matched you with a rough young man. In today's world, where comfort is readily available at the touch of a button, deliberately seeking discomfort can feel counterintuitive. However, this practice is crucial for developing resilience. By exposing yourself to challenging situations, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional, you prepare yourself to handle the unexpected with grace and strength. Consider practicing voluntary discomfort in small, everyday ways. For example, start by taking cold showers. The initial shock of the cold water forces you to confront discomfort head-on. Over time, as you get used to it, you build both mental toughness and a sense of mastery over your mind. Another practical application is to engage in physical exercise that pushes your limits, whether that's lifting weights, running long distances, or trying a new sport. By challenging your body, you also train your mind to stay focused and disciplined. In your daily life, embrace moments that make you uncomfortable. If you're nervous about public speaking, volunteer to give a presentation. If you fear rejection, challenge yourself to initiate conversations with strangers or ask for things you'd normally shy away from. Each time you step outside your comfort zone, you expand it. The more you expose yourself to discomfort voluntarily, the less intimidating life's inevitable challenges become. The power of this principle lies in the fact that once you become comfortable with discomfort, nothing can truly shake you. When difficulties arise, instead of shrinking away, you face them with the confidence that you've been here before, that you've endured similar hardships, and that you've grown stronger because of them. Principle 8. Let go of the need for approval. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often reflected on the human tendency to seek validation from others. He wrote, "We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." This principle highlights the Stoic idea that true freedom comes when you detach from the opinions of others and live in alignment with your own values. In today's hyper-connected world, where social media constantly bombards us with likes, comments, and judgments, the need for approval has become more intense than ever. The Stoics, however, teach that the pursuit of external validation is a trap. When you depend on others' opinions to determine your worth, you become a prisoner to their judgments. But if you can let go of the need for approval, you gain an inner strength that makes you invincible. To apply this principle in your life, start by paying attention to situations where you seek approval. Perhaps you hesitate to express your opinion in a meeting because you're afraid of what others might think, or you avoid pursuing a passion because it doesn't align with societal expectations. The next time you catch yourself in such moments, pause and remind yourself that your worth does not depend on others' opinions. Focus on staying true to your principles and acting in accordance with your own values. One way to practice letting go of the need for approval is to intentionally put yourself in situations where you might face judgment. For instance, wear something unusual, express an unpopular opinion, or try a creative project that might not be widely accepted. The goal is not to be provocative for its own sake, but to train yourself to detach from the need for others' validation. When you no longer depend on external approval, you become truly free. You can make decisions based on what is right for you, not what others expect. This is the essence of Stoic invincibility, being guided by your inner compass rather than the shifting winds of public opinion. Principle 9. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is a central tenet of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics understood that contentment is not achieved by acquiring more, but by appreciating what you already have. As Seneca wisely said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." By cultivating gratitude, you shift your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance, making you resilient against life's ups and downs. In a world driven by consumerism and the constant chase for more, practicing gratitude can feel revolutionary. Instead of focusing on what you lack, you train your mind to notice and appreciate the abundance that already exists in your life. This shift in perspective not only increases your happiness, but also makes you invincible to the pressures of comparison and envy. To bring gratitude into your daily routine, start by taking a few minutes each morning or evening to reflect on the things you're grateful for. These can be small, everyday moments, like the warmth of the sun on your face, a good conversation with a friend, or simply having food on your table. By consciously acknowledging these blessings, you train your mind to focus on the positives, even when faced with challenges. Another powerful exercise is to express your gratitude to others. Whether it's writing a heartfelt note, sending a thoughtful message, or simply telling someone you appreciate them, these acts of gratitude not only strengthen your relationships, but also deepen your sense of contentment. The more you practice gratitude, the more resilient you become to life's difficulties, because you see each moment, even the challenging ones, as an opportunity to grow and learn. Principle 10. Live in alignment with nature. The Stoics believed that to live a fulfilling life, one must align themselves with nature, not just the natural world around us, but also our own nature as rational, social beings. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Live in harmony with the universe, for it is according to nature." This principle emphasizes that by accepting the natural flow of life, rather than resisting it, you can find peace and resilience. In modern terms, living in accordance with nature means recognizing that life is full of cycles, changes, and uncertainties. It's about understanding that everything, from the changing seasons to the ups and downs of your own life, follows a natural rhythm. When you embrace this truth, you stop fighting against what you cannot change and instead learn to flow with it. Consider the changing of the seasons. We do not curse the winter for being cold or the summer for being hot. We accept these changes as part of the natural order. Similarly, when facing challenges, instead of resisting or resenting them, you can choose to view them as natural phases in your personal growth journey. This mindset not only reduces stress, but also helps you approach life's obstacles with a sense of calm and acceptance. To put this principle into practice, spend time in nature regularly. Whether it's walking in a park, sitting by the ocean, or simply observing the sky, reconnecting with the natural world reminds you of the bigger picture. It helps you realize that just as nature adapts to change, so too can you. When faced with difficult situations, remind yourself that everything is temporary and that, just like the seasons, this too shall pass. Living in alignment with nature also means embracing your own nature. This includes listening to your body, respecting your need for rest, and honoring your emotional well-being. When you live authentically, according to your own values and principles, you become invincible because you are no longer at war with yourself or the world. These 10 Stoic principles are not just abstract concepts, but practical tools that you can apply to your life to become truly invincible. By embracing discomfort, letting go of the need for approval, practicing gratitude, and living in alignment with nature, you build an inner fortress that no external circumstance can shake. If you found value in this video, please consider subscribing to the Be Stoic channel. Together, we can explore more timeless wisdom to help you lead a resilient, fulfilled life. And don't forget to check out our other videos. Each one is designed to help you grow stronger, wiser, and more at peace. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay stoic, stay strong,